Canelo Alvarez is no longer fit to be king. Right? He is no longer fit to be Mufasa. He's no longer fit to be Simba. He's no longer fit to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. No. I don't want to hear the song. Canelo Alvarez, if the reports are true, if the reports are accurate, that he's leaving PBC because they didn't want to give him the $35 million guarantee to fight Jermall Charlo. That's what Canelo Alvarez wanted? Is that the reason why you signed a 3-fight deal? You think that you signed a 3-fight deal and you was gonna get away from not fighting David Benavidez? And finally, Haymon, aka Haymon, woke up and said, wait a minute. We can't give you this $35 million guarantee. We just got a new Amazon Prime deal. We need a home run right now. We need a home run. Canelo Alvarez wanted to fight Jermall Charlo. The fight that a lot of you didn't want to see. The fight that y'all was about to critique PBC and Haymon for showcasing that fight. And guess what? Haymon heard the boxing people. And he said, no. We got the money for David Benavidez. But we don't got that money. We ain't going to give you that type of money for Jermall Charlo. We'll give you that guarantee. Ladies and gentlemen, I love Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, a.k.a. King Nello, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Nello, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get the fuck out of here, man. I can't support what Canelo Alvarez is doing. I can't. He's done so much in the sport of boxing. We're not going to take away what Canelo Alvarez has done. But I can't support this move. In the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez has put himself in position in which he could do whatever he want to do. I understand that. We understand that. Real recognize real. We understand that. But just because you could do whatever the F you want to do, that doesn't mean you don't have responsibilities. Every human got responsibility. Even your children right now got responsibilities that you give them. You got to do the chores. You got responsibilities. Even adults, mothers have responsibilities to take care of their own and to be responsible. Get to work on time. Keep your job. Pay your bills. We all have responsibilities. Even though that we adults and we could do whatever we want to do. Canelo Alvarez, as being undisputed, has a responsibility. He has a responsibility. And as a king, if we're going to keep on calling Canelo Alvarez El Rey, un king, then the king has the responsibility of a kingdom. What is the responsibility of a king, of an emperor? What is the responsibility as a king? It's to make sure that the kingdom is intact, that it's sustainable. And as a king in the sport of boxing, we're going to keep on calling Canelo Alvarez the cash cow of the sport of boxing, the king, then the king has the responsibility. I can't blame this on Haymon. I can't blame this on Eddie Hearn. I can't blame this on PBC. I can't blame it on the network. I can't blame it on Showtime. I can't blame it on Amazon Prime. Everything lands on the shoulders of the king. So the reason that we're not gating David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez, the sole responsibility and the sole blame goes to the king, Canelo Alvarez. I'm not going to blame somebody else. I'm not going to blame the loyal subjects. I'm not going to blame the bum. I'm going to blame the king. The king has the responsibilities to rule. And if the king has all the powers to even, if Canelo Alvarez have all the powers like they say, the powers in which he could, regulate the sanctioning body to do whatever he wants to do. Regulate the market in boxing. If Canelo Alvarez have all the power to do that, and Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow, and Canelo Alvarez El Rey, and Canelo Alvarez is the king, then Canelo Alvarez is responsible for not bringing the boxing world David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. Those are the facts. I don't give a damn what side you want to pick. I don't give a damn about what type of narrative you want to parade on. The fault, the blame, the responsibility lands on the shoulders of the so-called king. And if you're not ready for the responsibilities, if you're not ready for the responsibilities and the blame and the accountability, then you're not the king. You're forfeit your place. You're not the guy in the throne. Get your behind out that seat if you don't want to take the blame. Ladies and gentlemen, Canelo Alvarez is the blame for, and let me tell you like this, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. If people say that boxing is dying while Canelo Alvarez is the king, then boxing dying because of Canelo Alvarez. That's the truth. As much as what he's done in the sport of boxing, if Canelo Alvarez, listen to me, if Canelo Alvarez is the king and the kingdom is dying, then the fault lands on Canelo. So go ahead, fight Edgar Berlanga. Go ahead, fight Haymon Munguia. Those are good fights for you, just for you, but not for the sport of boxing. Get yours, but make sure when you're in position of power, you uplift the same sport that has given you the generational wealth that you have. You got to give back to the sport, Canelo Alvarez. You got to give back to the sport, especially when the sport is dying and you're the king. Canelo Alvarez better fight David Benavidez Cinco de Mayo, or we're done with Canelo Alvarez. We're snatching the crown, the seat, the belts, the respect. I respect him as a fighter, not as a king.